Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It is Monday, and all of our guests today on this Monday, including Jason Strudwick, standing by, are sponsored by Passant Motors. Gas prices driving you crazy? At Passant Motors, with your next purchase, get up to a $1,000 gas card. Learn more at PassantMotors.com. $1,000. Learn more at BASANTMotors.com. Oilers down 0-3 to Colorado. Jason Strudwick will now join us. Oilers analyst and co-host of the All Jason Show, of the Jason Gregor Show. Jason, thanks for doing this. Long time no talk to. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem.
Awesome.
Let me run down this when it comes to the Avs. 11-2 in the playoffs, unbeaten on the road, best goals for, goals against amongst remaining teams, leading in shots against, shots for. Is 0-3 more about the Avs or more about the Oilers?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds like they're a pretty good team. And I think we all knew that
bad.
coming into the playoffs. I think we knew that. We knew that in the regular season. I think the Oilers have improved every game. The first game I thought was a bad exhibition game for both teams. We saw all four goalies. I didn't think quite frankly, I didn't like the game at all. The second game, the Avs took over in the second and third period. They were elite. That was an elite 2 periods I saw from that team. They were all over the Oilers. Physically, but just taking away their time. And I can speak as a defenseman. When you are trying to make a play, it's one thing when you get the puck and then you have pressure on you. It's another when before you get the puck, the pressure is there already. And I thought the Avs did a great job, not just the D-men, but on everyone that game too. And then the last game, was a pretty even game. I thought the Oilers had a chance to win it right down to the end. They get that goal that trickles through Mike Smith's pads. But there's a chance. So they've improved the whole time. The reality for the Oilers, though, is this is a huge mountain to climb. Winning 4 in a row historically has been very difficult for any group. But I think you have to give the Avs a lot of credit for what they've done to limit the Oilers' ability to score. And I see a team that does a really good job of keeping the Oilers out of the middle of the ice. And even trying to get shots in that inner slot is really hard. Either they're in your way, they block it, or they deny you entry into that space. So the Avs have really impressed me this series. The Oilers, it's no shame to lose if they do lose 4 in a row to a team like this. But it's still you want to win. You're a team. You're a player. You think you can win every series.
Okay, you touched on this there to some extent, but getting specific here, relatively speaking, the Avs are doing a great job of shutting down Connor McDavid. 4 points in the 3 games, but 3 points in game 1. So what exactly are they doing to shut him down?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the best way to defend anyone with speed is to mark him early, and you try to pick him up as soon as you lose puck possession in the offensive zone. So that means that, you lose it and you find him right away and you try to get between him and the net, or between him and your net. And the further away from your own net you can do that, the harder it is for him to build up speed. That we know when he gets that speed, like we saw in game 3, that first goal he scored within seconds of the anthem being done, he just needs a little space and a little bit of time, and he gets his speed up, and now you've got a problem. But they've done a really good job. And then let's credit the D of the Avalanche. It's been kind of a constant diet of obviously Makar, Taves. I think that Bowen Byram's done a good job against them. All 3 of those guys are very mobile. So again, it's harder, for Connor to kind of get going when people, those D can skate with them, right? So they've done a good job. But, Connor is going to, I think tonight, like he came out last game, I think he'll have a big night for the Oilers. But this isn't basketball. You don't need just one guy throwing down threes from all over. You need everybody, because Connor can't play 60 minutes a night.
Jason, Evander Kane, 1-game suspension. The hit, obviously, from behind on Nazem Kadri. Your thoughts? Did you think it warranted a suspension?
I was at the game. It happened right in front of me. I was like, he's getting suspended for sure. It doesn't matter if he's getting injured or not. I have no time in the game for hitting from behind. And that's what it was. I don't mind, people might not like this, but I don't mind slashes or cross checks. I can live with all that stuff. Because oftentimes you can kind of see it coming, right? And you may not be able to protect yourself, but at least you can see it coming. Kadri was defenseless. And his argument that he's going to reverse hit him, yeah, that might be true, but he didn't. And, Kane hit him in there. So Kane's been unreal for this Oilers team. Best acquisition by far any NHL team has made this year. It's not even close with the impact he's had on this team. And they're going to miss him tonight. And as well as Yamamoto. So those are two huge parts. The other side of that is Kadri's been amazing for Avalanche this year, and he's been good in this series. So with all due respect to everyone else who they can try to put in that second hole for center, the second center, it's not Kadri. And you can put Mikko Rantanen and JT Compher. You can pull anyone you want. Unless it's going to be Forsberg or Sakic, it's not going to be as good. So that is a huge issue for the Avs. Not just to close out the series, but to get it if they have Stanley Cup hopes. Missing Burakovsky's one thing, Kadri's a whole nother. So it's a huge issue for them, and I'll be interested to see what they do. But it is a big problem for this group to figure that out. And the Oilers, I think it's advantage because Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was having a hard time versus Kadri. In fact, such a difficult time, they moved him to the wing and put a guy with one leg at center for the last game. So, can they find a little breathing room now with Kadri out? And then remember, it's a weaker player in the second spot. Now, suddenly your third spot is weaker as well. So everyone gets a little bit easier job if you're playing against the Avs tonight as a forward.
Jason, this is for all your fans in Kamloops. You played on one of the best junior teams of all time. The Blazers got the Memorial Cup for next year. How excited are you for the city of Kamloops?
It's a great community, and I didn't even know they were in the running. I guess I should have. I guess I am in the media, but when I saw that note, I was really excited. I have such good memories of my time in Kamloops. Winning will do that, but it was the people too. I remember that building just being absolute on fire. The 50-50s, I want to say they're in the 20, 30,000s. I might be low, but I remember they were huge. And it just, I'm going to try to get some tickets so I can go back. And, not that I'm looking for anything special, but I'd like to go and show my kids what it's like there. And that community was just, I remember we won the Memorial Cup at home. And my roommate was actually Buckberger. So we talked since he got traded. After we win, we're going to stop on the way home before we change it. Stop at this bar and have a quiet drink, just the two of us. We just wanted to have our own time to just enjoy it, right? And my parents are there, and his parents. Everything was great. So we walk into this bar to see we're going to have a quiet beer. I did not walk out of there. I think someone had me in a wheelchair. The place was rocking, and I think they drove us up to Earl's. And it was amazing. It was the start of an amazing night.
Wow. Hey, the Oilers must be done if you're reminiscing about your days in Kamloops. Hey, Jason. Jason, how much? Or let me put it this way: who's feeling? Getting back to the Oilers, who's feeling more heat right now? Would it be Darnell Nurse or Mike Smith from the people of Edmonton?
Yeah, well, I think Darnell Nurse is in a challenging spot. I get frustrated to hear people being very critical of him. I think he's playing with a pretty significant injury, and we'll find out whenever these playoffs end for the Oilers. And, it's, he's not trying hard. Oh, he's trying. Does he have a leg issue? Does he have a core issue? Whatever it is, he's not practicing. He just plays games. That's all he's doing. Yeah. So it's hard. And he has his challenges. I thought this series, there's such good skating team, the Avs, that it's hard to keep up. And if he's nothing else, he's a good skater and a powerful skater. And we haven't seen it from him because he physically can't do it. So you can move him down the lineup, I guess. But I think that, he's giving you what you can. And as a teammate, you respect him. Mike Smith has given the Oilers a chance in many games. He's a fighter, right? You look at the last game, I thought he made some massive saves that probably should have been goals. He'd probably like that third goal back. But, he is giving them everything they can. And, credit Ken Holland. He halfway through the year when the Oilers won that big skid, there was some massive criticism of all the moves they made, whether it was CeCe or Keith, retaining Smith, signing Barry, Fogle, all these guys. Then they bring in Kane, they bring in Jay Woodcroft, and these things kind of gone online. So a lot of these guys that I've just outlined have had a significant impact on the Oilers' run here. So I think the one thing that's not been talked about is Ken Holland's role and where this team's at.
Yeah. Jay Woodcroft looks very confident behind the bench. He looks like a young guy, but looks like an NHL head coach. He'll be back, will he not?
Oh, I'd be blown away if he isn't.
Yeah, okay.
I can't. I think that the test was, how would he do? And I like Jay. We've had him, on our program here many times, and I've had many questions. Not that I was testing him, but I'm just curious, right? What his thoughts are. And a lot of things he talked about have played out the way he does. And I think that when you hear the players talk, the one thing they say is he's very, very detailed. And, players want to know, just tell me what to do. Just tell me where to go. I had some coaches that were more of you got to work harder. And I'm like, yeah, I understand I got to work harder, but the other team's working hard too. So why don't you tell me where to be and what to do? And I get the sense that Jay is very detailed. Everyone knows their role. If there's a mistake, it's clear. Hey, Strudwick, you were in the right place. Like that's just the way it is. He's not yelling at you, but he's just making it clear that you were in the wrong or you were in the right for things that went well. So, he's had an amazing run in his team and influence. I'd be completely blown away if his contract isn't done, signed, sealed, delivered before they get into, the draft and even the draft and free agency.
Man, it looks like a lot of fun up there in Edmonton. Trust me, everybody in Vancouver is jealous. The only thing going on here is important soccer matches are getting canceled.
Oh,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. All the best.
Yeah, let's get those soccer games going. We're missing them. I was looking forward to sitting down and watching that bad boy. What the hell is going on?
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens on Thursday. As for tonight, Oilers and Avs game 4. All the best, Jason. Thanks so much.
Yeah, call anytime, guys.